Ragnarok, the teaser trailer. Now we're gonna kind of go over a little speculative points, so minor spoilers in case we're right, or Jason wants to punch me in the face, whichever one goes first.
I don't want to know spoilers, no. Continue.
Anyways, so I thought this trailer was hella good, and not just because of Cate Blanchett, who's playing Hela, who is the ruler of Hell and Niflheim, and she's the goddess of death, but also because we got Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill in their first movie back since 1993's Jurassic Park. That's something to be looking forward to. And also, too, as you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Thor 2. I do like the first Thor film. This looks something completely different than those.
Great.
Yeah, it really looks different and really cool. So, and I know a lot of people's complaints are it looks too much like the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's set in the same universe, and
I want that.
I don't mind it because this is more the cosmic side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it makes sense that there's going to be some similarities. And again, it doesn't totally fully feel. There are some color palette similarities and maybe a few scenes where some laugh out moments. But I mean, whatever. It didn't bother me at all, and I like it. I like that they're making it based in the same cosmic universe because they are. So.
I want this movie to go all out on the humor, especially because I just feel like Thor and the Hulk are so funny together always, and adding Jeff Goldblum in there, and even Loki's pretty funny sometimes too. I want them to go all out with the humor in this one.
No, I agree. Now, really quick, we're gonna go a little bit into the shot for shot what we saw in the trailer. First, we see Thor hanging down in chains and what looks like a lava kind of planet. By the way, before I even continue, the cinematography and the camera work in the trailer already looks really good. So I can't wait to see.
And all the visual effects too. They look great.
Yeah, and I gotta say too, from the lava we saw on the ground, it looked like it could be Muspelheim, which is in one of the 9 realms. It's the lava planet that's the home of the Fire Lord Surtur. So really thought that could be Muspelheim. So it's gonna be interesting to see where that is in the film that he's being held by Hela.
And then we see Thor throwing his hammer at her, and she just kind of stops it and catches it, and it kind of looks like it's in New York too.
From the buildings.
See all the buildings and stuff. But so maybe they're on Earth.
Well, we also know at the end of Doctor Strange,
they're going to be coming.
Yeah, he's looking for Odin.
Yeah, they're looking for Odin. So I mean, they may be there, or it may just be some scene that they spliced in there real quick. Who knows? But we'll have to see.
Yeah, and I gotta say too, really quick, when she caught that Mjolnir, that was so cool. And also too, it reminded me a little bit of when Winter Soldier caught Cap's shield. Just that sick way he caught it, boom. I mean, but this is obviously a little more powerful weapon. This is Mjolnir, or Meow Meow, as Kat Dennings likes to put it. So, but just seeing her destroy Mjolnir, like, she is so powerful to be able to destroy. Because we saw the Avengers, they couldn't even lift this thing. So, also too, I gotta say, I really love the song choice in this by Immigrant by Led Zeppelin. Great choice. It really fit with the tone of what was going on,
especially
and
with the battle scene at the end.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Also, another great shot in the trailer of Hela, or Cate Blanchett as Hela. We see her with her, I'm gonna just call it the antlers helmet. And what we see is, I think that it could be her cloak. Now, what her cloak does in the comics, it increases her powers and kind of hides away that half her face might be a little bit deformed, kind of Two-Face style. So it kind of hides that from her. I don't know if that's exactly what they're going with the angle in this, but it's fun to speculate what could be. So I do gotta say that visual imagery of seeing her with the antlers helmet is really cool. She looks badass in that. In Thor: The Dark World, we know that Frigga, played by Renee Russo, was killed, and Loki lost his adoptive mother there. We know in the first Thor, he lost Laufey, even though it was at his own hands, he killed him. That was his biological father, and in a sense, he has kind of lost Odin in terms of his adoptive father. But I think what's going to happen in this is that Hela is going to be revealed as his biological mother. I wouldn't be shocked if that's where the twist is that happens. They kind of reverse it a little bit, so that'd be cool. We'll see what happens.
We also get a really sick shot of Asgard, that great aerial shot. We see all the soldiers there, and just it looks beautiful. And that reiterates, definitely want to see it in IMAX, and just how good this whole movie looks.
Yeah, no, and it shows how menacing of a threat she's. The whole army just showed up for one single character, so I like how it shows how, again, this is a serious threat. Also, too, I feel bad for Asgard, because not only after it's destroyed basically by her, you got Thanos coming in Infinity, in the Infinity War films, and we know that there's the Tesseract, the Space Stone. So obviously we know Thanos at some point is going to have to come there, so Asgard's getting messed up is all we're saying.
It's Ragnarok, man. The end of all things.
That's right. Thor is then thrown into the planet of Sakaar. Now, Sakaar we got to see in the animated film of Planet Hulk. If you have not seen that, great. Or if you've read the comic. I gotta say, I like the look of Sakaar, that junky world feeling. It kind of felt a little bit like Jakku and all the creatures and characters around. I got a little bit of that Star Wars vibe, which I like. That's a good thing. So, obviously, again, we're in a cosmic space universe. So, I like the look of everything there. And the sets look really cool, too, in that shot. So yeah, we got Tessa Thompson playing Valkyrie, and I love how right when they should get to her, they immediately cut to another crazy shot of Hela wearing the antler helmet. It looks like what could be a flashback. She's fighting with them. They're on the 3 Pegasus horses, the other Valkyrie. I have to imagine in this scene that Hela is trying to take control of Valhalla, which is basically the heaven for all the slain warriors, like where Frigga went at the end of, or at Thor the Dark World when she died, or where their souls go. So she's trying to be the ruler of hell and heaven. So maybe it's the scene where maybe Odin comes in and this is how we see how she gets imprisoned. So that's just my possible prediction. But again, very cool visual imagery. I love seeing all the other Valkyrie riding on the flying horses. Really cool Norse mythology stuff there. Seeing that shot of Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster, that's really cool. And the Grandmaster too, if you know anything about him, he's the brother of the Collector. He's also one of the Elders of the Universe. In the Planet Hulk film, you had the Red King who was in charge of the Gladiator-style main events or the Gladiator-style fighting events that they're having. That's going to be the Grandmaster in this, so I thought that was cool. I liked also how he was interacting with Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie and saying, about what have you brought me? And she says, I brought you a competitor. So to me, what that says is, because Valkyrie, we know that she's an Asgardian, and I'm thinking there could be possibly a history between her and Thor, maybe, possibly. I don't know, because just the look she gave Thor in one of the shots we saw in the trailer, it looks like they have a little bit of a history together. Maybe she's on the run from possibly Hela or something. So it's going to be interesting to see what their history is together, because we know Jane is no longer in this, and she's going to be probably his love interest of the film if they don't go the love triangle route with Lady Sif again.
They might. We also saw Loki sitting up there with Jeff Goldblum's character up at the Gladiator arena when Hulk comes in. Like, we see Loki sitting there next to him, so they obviously worked out some kind of arrangement or deal or something.
Yeah, but Loki's always up to something mischievous. That's just who he is. And I gotta imagine too that look that Loki's making when he sees the Hulk bust in and everyone goes silent because with Thor's great. Yes. I love Loki's like mischievous look, like he's looking, but he also could be like, last time I was with this guy, the Hulk, he threw me around like a rag doll. So I wonder if he's like psychologically remembering that. But I do love that subtle look of Loki is up to something. Like, that's why Tom Hiddleston's so good in these films. Even when he's not speaking, he's really lets you know what he's thinking, possibly. You know what I mean?
Or that at least he's thinking about something. We maybe don't know what.
Exactly, but that he's up to something. So I gotta also say, I love the 80s style logos that they're going with in this trailer. It was really cool, really, really fit the tone of what they're going with in this film. We also get to see Bishop from X-Men Days of Future Past. Heimdall. He does look like Bishop, honestly. If you look at from Days of Future Past with the hair, they really look. But Idris Elba looks badass in this. He looks awesome. Sick. He's not voicing a tiger in this or other characters, but he's a badass as Heimdall. We also get a very quick, literally a really quick view, which I'm hoping Jason's gonna just pause it there so you can see how big and bloated he kind of looks too, of Karl Urban as Scourge, aka the Executioner, and we get a cool shot of him firing 2 AK-47s. I gotta tell you, when I saw him firing those AK-47s, I wanted him to throw on that mask and do some Judge Dredd shit right there. So see that movie Dredd, by the way. He is incredible. I wish they would have made a sequel to it. Oh, such a great movie.
It's still good.
Yeah, maybe. But also, I'm kind of wondering if he's working with Hela here now, because if you can't beat him, join him. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see. He looks cool and badass. We also then get a shot of Hela jumping over all Neo-y style from The Matrix. It really reminded me of Neo from Matrix Reloaded, where he's fighting a bunch of Agent Smiths. And he's doing this crazy jumping style. Really cool. I loved seeing her hand-to-hand combat, like just how menacing she can be. And we see several dead Asgardian soldiers. Like, just this threat is real. Like, she is going to kill everything and everyone. So that's why she's the goddess of death.
We also see a nice shot of Loki again, like flipping those daggers around, just looking all badass. I'm hoping he plays a pretty prominent role in this movie, because he's probably my favorite Marvel character, other than maybe Tony, but
hard to argue.
Loki is pretty great, so I want to see him a lot in this movie.
Yeah, and that move he did with the daggers too, it's like he got a lesson from Tom Cruise in Cocktail with some sick moves. And also too, I think it was his first time wearing that horn helmet since Hawkeye blew him with the arrow, the explosion arrow. I think that was the first time we've seen on screen him wearing it. Yeah, sick. I love that moment. That was sick. Obviously, we mentioned that we see Hulk just epically come into the entrance. I love how he doesn't let the Grandmaster finish the Incredible Hulk sentence. He's like, I don't need no introduction. And he is wearing the Planet Hulk Gladiator wardrobe that he wore in Planet Hulk. It is awesome. He looks great. And also, too, that obviously kind of explains a little bit where he was during Captain America Civil War. So, going to be interesting to explain how exactly he got here, but it's really cool to see that he's in this. And that, again, we talked about Thor's interaction, Tim. Yeah. That was so freaking priceless. I can watch that reaction all day.
That was good. Yeah. Definitely good delivery.
But Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, definitely.
And also, when they're at the arena, we see that artwork in the background of where Jeff Goldblum and Loki are sitting. It looks like it's paintings by Jack Kirby. It's kind of similar to like what we've seen in Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit too.
Yeah, definitely. And also, we saw one of those characters was dressed like, it looked like a Celestial, the one that kind of the collector showed us, that Celestial destroying the planet. Kind of looked a little like that. I'm not saying it's a Celestial, too small and not powerful enough being to be a Celestial, but fun to spec. It looks like one. I did mention that I loved Chris Hemsworth's delivery of the yes line. I also say I love the line when Jeff Goldblum looks dumbfounded, like, why isn't he scared? And the crowd silences too. He's like, we know each other. He's a friend from work. I love that delivery too. And it's a continuation of the fight that we got to see in the Avengers when they're in the first Avengers film, when they're on the jet carrier and they're going out and fighting each other. And then in the subway after they've destroyed the Leviathan, how Hulk just knocks him. I died laughing at that moment, but it's a continuation of that fight too, and I like that there's stakes in there because they're friends. Obviously, we know they're gonna obviously team up, but still, just to see that moment in the film, it's gonna be epic, and I think it's gonna match and be way better than the Hulkbuster versus the Hulk fight scene in Avengers: Age of Ultron, which was great also.
Yeah, and then we also obviously get the money shot of just them two charging at each other, and there's gonna be some fight there, which is gonna be sick to see, and then hopefully they'll eventually team up and destroy other people rather than themselves. And then we also get that cool shot at the end where it says the logo and it looks super 80s in the font.
Love it.
I like the style of font that they chose for this. It just gives it a really fun vibe, and that's what I'm really hoping to see with this movie. Even though it's a dark topic, Ragnarok, like I want it to have that lightheartedness while also being dark too, but have that balance in there.
I can't really add on more than to say I completely agree with you, and yes, I want to see that too. There is gonna, if you know anything about Taika Waititi, his films there's a lot of funny comedic elements in his films, and also he was the Green Lantern's best friend in the Green Lantern film. Fun little note. But that being said, I love what this trailer is doing so far. It definitely looks like there's going to be some comedic moments for sure, but it looks like, as you said, it's going to be balanced out by some dramatic and action-filled tension moments. I mean, we saw Hela. This is the goddess of death. She's coming to destroy everything. It's Ragnarok, the end of all things. So I don't mind if there's going to be a little some lightheartedness that balances out those more darker moments that are going to give us the feels of some characters possibly dying in this film. So we'll see what happens. There's a reason this film was on our number 2, and this just made me want to see it so much. And how spoiled are we? In 2 week span, this comes out, I believe, the first week of November. 2 weeks later, we get to see the Justice League. And then a month later, we get to see Star Wars Episode 8, the Last Jedi. It's going to be a good
holiday season.
Damn, I can't wait for the holidays this season.
I'm just really hoping we get to see a lot of Loki and a lot of the Hulk in this movie, because we're obviously going to see a lot of Thor, so...
Of course, and obviously they have to... I mean, there's only one more film after this that's before Infinity War, which is Black Panther, so they have to, make sure they set up everything right. It's also going to be curious, are they going to reveal the Soul in the Soul Stone? Because Hela being, the goddess of death, and, she collects souls. I wonder if she's possibly the collector, and maybe it's Heimdall. Because he watches over everyone's soul. Could be one of those two. So it'd be interesting to see, if they reveal that, and what Thanos' role is possibly going to be. Like, maybe he's just watching everything in the background. What the after credit scene is going to be. It's all fun to speculate about, but all I know is I can't wait to see this movie, and this trailer just got me super hyped, and I'm seeing this in IMAX at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, definitely excited for this one, but let us know what you thought about this trailer in the comments section, and if you like these videos, you can hit the subscribe button.
See you guys next time.